All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming, and in the last video that I did, I came in and fixed, so to speak, the piecework and the hourly. So now it's time to do commission and salaried. So I'm going to try to get rid of some of this stuff, but what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to go in and kind of cheat a little bit by coming in here and copying a whole boatload of stuff. All right. Now, one thing I can do, I'm going to do it like this. Let me just bear with me if you would. All right. So let's get all these things that we commented out of here. Not the comments, but what we commented out. So we've cut this down, I think, quite a bit, like about 130 lines, and that includes a lot of comments. So that's piecework. Let's go to hourly and do the same thing here. Yes, I already did. We don't need this in here anymore. This looks wrong. I'm not, what I'm looking at here, I don't want to do this. I think that this might be an earlier version. Let's do a file, save all. Let's get out of here. Let's just close everything. It looks like I may have opened up a few things I didn't mean to open up in here. So there. Now I am in. Second iteration pay GUI. So that's the one I want. Let's open up the form. Commission. We'll do hourly and we'll do salary and we'll leave the piecework closed. All right, so I'm going to go to hourly here. I'm going to grab all that code again. This is what I had in there before. That's what I said. I can get rid of all that now. Even the calculation for the gross pay can be removed. So we've again cut this down to approximately 130 lines. Let's make sure. I'm going to quickly run this and see if I put in valid values for everything for the first two that I get a right answer. So hourly, we put in 50. And we put in 20, we get 1100. If we put in 40, we get 800. So that works just fine. Not commission, pieceworker. If we put in 0.1, no, that won't work. We make 100 pieces, 0.56, fine. $60, that's correct. 6 cents or 60 cents. That works. So it all works. All right. So what I want to do then is I want to just, like I just mentioned, in my calculate here, I'm going to go down to here. I'm going to grab everything that I had and stop the run. And then I'm going to go to commission here. And I'm fairly confident now that I can go and get rid of all this stuff. Look at all this code that's just going bye-bye. All right. And now I can grab and paste that in. Again, I'm going to get a lot of errors, and that's okay because it's calling stuff from another routine. So I want to validate. Let's change all these. This will be okay. What is it for? It's commission rate, so we can use rate, and the other one is sales. Okay. Let's reverse these. Squirrely that way. So this will be commission sales. And that range was 0 to 100,000. So this is okay rate. This is TXT commission. Oh, it's percentage. All right, let's change that then. Let's call that okay. We'll do that. So this will be commission percentage. And I think we said that had to be between 0 and 30%. So this is now okay percentage. Now this is a little longer, so I'm going to move this onto another line so it's easier to see. Income percent, max com percent, and we'll call this percentage. All right, and the other one is sales. Again, that's 100,000. Again, so this will be MinCom sales. And that'll be MaxCom sales. And we'll call this sales. And this will be OK sales. And then finally, this is wrong. The gross is just going to be percentage times sales, period. Now we can check that one. So we go to commission. If it's empty, commission percentage cannot be empty. Commission percentage must be a decimal value. Commission sales must be between 0 and 30. Okay, that works. So let's try 0.25. All right. Sales can't be empty. Sales must be a valid decimal. Oops. Sales must be between 0 and there. So let's try 1,000. See if we get 250. And we do. So that works. And again, when you look in here, this is now, again, right around 130 to 140 lines. So that's all done. Finally, now we're not going to need as much stuff for salary. So I'm just going to, I'll grab it all, but I'm going to end up removing a bunch of it, even more than I did before. So let's close commission, hourly. Let's go to salary. And just like we have been doing, we're going to come down to here. There's our calculate. So I'm going to replace all this. And again, we're going to get a boatload of errors here. It's totally fine. So this is just going to be OK salary. That's the only one that we've got. And gross. We don't even need a gross. Okay, so we want to make sure that the salary text box is not empty. We want to make sure that the salary text box contains a decimal value and that the salary text box is within range, which is 0 to, again, 100,000. So this is OK salary. You're going to see the errors will be going away very quickly. Okay, now we don't have a second check, so this can all be removed. So there's no calculation that we have to do. So here, all we have to say is both valid salary is gross pay. Don't need that. So this is just a salary to string. Okay, now everything is done, but before we finish up, I'm going to go back to piecework here. And this is now both the pieces made text box and the price per piece text box. They're both valid. So that one's okay. Let's go to the commission. All I'm doing is cleaning up my comments. So both the commission percentage text box and the commission sales text box are valid. So again, just go in and calculate the gross pay. All right, so let's run this and let's go to salary. Make sure that that works. Nothing. Salary can't be empty. Salary must be a valid decimal value. Salary must be between that and that. That's okay. And let's see. Okay, that works. I guess I can clean this up too, but that's not a big thing. So we've taken this last one here with the salary. So our commission again is down to about 135 lines. Our pieces, again, 130 lines. Our salary, 100 lines, 105. And finally, our hourly, again, 135 lines. All right, so what we've done is we have come in there now and we have done some combining. By putting that stuff into our validation both, okay, it's able to be used. We're making a true library file that's going to be used by all four of the other files that are in here, all four of the forms. All right, now when I come back, what I'd like to do is talk about what's actually a new topic, and that is the concept of an array. So I'm going to very quickly, because we have a little bit of time, we're only at 17 minutes here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, what is a C# array? And it says here, an array is a collection of elements of the same type stored in a contiguous memory location. Well, let's just grab all of it. How's that? Okay, we're going to grab all that. And I'm going to paste it into here. Why? Because what we're going to do is we're going to use what's in here. Okay, we're going to use what's in here basically to go over an array, what an array is. Now, when I explain arrays to you, just so you're aware of this, I'm going to do this a little bit differently because the two programs that we've been using, the BMI program and this payroll program, the way they're currently written, they're not exactly conducive to arrays. So I'm going to grab a program that I've done before, and I'm going to create it as both a console program, and so both as a console program and as a GUI program. All right. Okay, so I'll be back with that shortly.